Hey everybody, this is Niels Nomenclature, and today we're going to be looking at web components, what they do, and how I've been identifying them on websites. Um, in short, web components is a bundle of code that allows users to customize and form their own HTML elements within a web page. So, for instance, if I just went on Google and I just went to inspect here, you can see here that there's a bunch of HTML elements. This is just the structure of the page. And these are all pretty much embedded HTML elements. So these come with HTML. Like, it doesn't come with HTML. They're just the default user elements that anybody can use at any point. So if we want to look at an example of web components, the first website I'm going to go to is YouTube because it's very apparent and they do it a lot. Ignore everything on my page because yeah, I'm a nerd. Anyway, so here we can see that we have some regular HTML elements like script, body, head, um, and they're all embedded. It's kind of like a jumble to read, but what we do notice is that we see these HTML elements that are TP-YT-app drawer. So YT is going to stand for YouTube. This is going to stand for app. And if, as you can see, if when I hover over this on the left side of my screen, it's highlighted. So that's going to be the search bar, or rather like my subscriptions, just the way they format it for the sidebar and like that area. And if I go to other ones, like if I go to, let's see, well, yeah, I mean, this one's a big one. This is the entire page. So this is all embedded within this. And then we can see that the guide manager in the top left, it's going to be that one. Whenever you want to go to, whenever you click the YouTube button, it'll bring you back to YouTube. Um, let's see. Huh. Not too many. So if you don't see it, like it's hard to like see them, like point them out. So here we can see like the page manager. You can see that the blue highlighted is the pages, what you recommended, what's going to pop up first whenever you first load up YouTube. Another way to check the elements is if I go like this, and if I just go over some of the elements, you can see that here is a YT YouTube formatted string. So the way that the titles are presented to me is in this specific HTML way. And this is a way to, these web components are just a way to style and organize your page. So whenever a developer for YouTube goes in and wants to change something, it's very easy for them to go to, oh, I want to change the playlist manager. And then he can go over there and he can customize and change anything within that. And that goes for everything. So everything is pretty much embedded within these web components on YouTube. And if we wanted to, we could take another look. So I know that Nintendo is also another one that uses web components. If we went here, it's gonna be looking way different. They use a lot of different code, but if I scroll down and I just wanted to, so there's this Alps account panel. What else? I know that so it's very specific. So the web components are really nice, especially whenever you want to. It's whenever you're reusing an element. So for instance, if I go to games and if I want to go to shop games, um, I know that they have a web component for like the Nintendo coin. So whenever you see a Nintendo coin, that'll pop up. Um, I don't want to spend too much time here, but they're a little bit difficult to find. But I know that Nintendo uses them in some part of their website. I just don't know the specific place right now. If we wanted to look at one that I know where it is, EA Games, very easy one to go and check because their entire panel for their navigation is set up in a web component. So here you can see that it says EA nav user data. So wherever user data would be up here at the top, that this is a web component specific for EA games. And if they ever wanted to go in and change something or style it differently, they'd know that it's in the EA network nav component. So if I open this up, I'm sure that, yeah, it's not going to be that much. It's just a shadow and an after um, within that. And it's very simple. I'm sure it didn't take too much to create that. It was just something small, but this is how web components can be implemented. And if we wanted another example, here we can see that they're going to be using the same block for each one of these. So if I go over and then, yeah, I guess it's more for like game titles because they're going to have to put let's go to just action. They're going to have to put the cover art. So that's a big thing.